Picture this. It's a crisp October dawn in Willow Creek, Indiana, the kind where the frost bites just enough to wake you up. And I'm out there on my old John Deere, humming some Merle Haggard tune low under the engine rumble, loading up the harvest truck with corn that's finally hit that sweet 13% moisture Goldilocks perfect, you know? And then, bam, like a freight train with no brakes, Evelyn Thorpe's pearl white Escalade slams into the back of my rig, crumples the loader arm like it's tinfoil, and in the space of 2 heartbeats, she's not just rear-ended me, she's got me in cuffs, screaming to the cops that I attacked her, that I'm some raging lunatic farmer out to get her, all because she couldn't wait 2 seconds to hit the pedal. Yeah, you heard that right. The HOA Queen Bee herself turns a fender bender into felony assault charges. And there I am, Alex Harlan, covered in corn chaff and yesterday's sweat, watching her Oscar-worthy meltdown from the side of the easement road, thinking, how the hell did my quiet morning turn into this nightmare? See, Willow Creek's one of those spots where the cornfields but right up against the manicured lawns, where folks like me, third-generation dirt-under-the-nails types, rub elbows with the weekend warriors who moved in for the country charm, but really just want their property values jacked so they can flip and flee back to the city. Me? I'm the holdout, the guy who came back from 2 tours in Iraq with a Purple Heart and a plot of land that was my wife Lena's dream. She passed 3 years back from that damn aneurysm, left me the farm and a hole in my chest that harvest season tries to fill every fall. Evelyn. She's the iron fist in a velvet glove running the HOA like it's her personal fiefdom, all pearls and power suits at 6 a.m., gunning for anyone who reminds her this ain't some gated utopia yet. We'd crossed paths before Lena and her were sorority sisters once, thick as thieves, till Evelyn started whispering about subdividing our back 40 for her brother-in-law's strip mall dreams, said it was progress, but I saw the greed in her eyes when I shut that down flat after the funeral. Alex, honey, she'd coo at block parties. All fake sympathy. Lena wouldn't want you slaving away like this. Think of the community. But I knew it was the land she craved, that black soil worth a fortune to developers, and me standing in the way like a stubborn oak. That morning, though, it started innocent enough, or as innocent as harvest gets, with the bin auger whirring and the radio crackling about commodity prices climbing. I'd slapped that dash cam on the dash just last month after Evelyn's safety inspection threats, you know, the ones where she poked around my equipment like she owned it, muttering about nuisance violations during peak season. Army habits die hard. Document everything, or they'll rewrite the story on you. So when her Escalade comes roaring down that easement, legal as hell for loading ops, mind you, no taillights flashing, just straight-line fury at what forensics later clocked at 38 miles an hour into my stationary ass. It jars me forward, coffee mug exploding across the gauges, hot sludge burning my knuckles as the whole cab shudders like an IED hit. I kill the engine, heart hammering like a tripwire just snapped, climb down on wobbly legs. And there's Evelyn spilling out of her wreck, hands fluttering to her pearls, face pale as milk. Oh God, Alex, are you all right? I didn't see you. The sun was in my eyes, voice cracking real enough, legs buckling a touch as she stumbles over. And for a split second, I buy it, this neighborly concern, even pat her shoulder awkward like, say, I'm good, Evelyn, but we gotta call this in, insurance'll want pics. But then, and this is where it twists, like watching a storm cloud swallow the sun, I pull out my phone for the standard shots, fender bent, glass sparkling on the blacktop like bad luck diamonds. And her eyes flick to it, then to the dash, then back to me. And something shifts, a cold calculation sliding behind that manicured mask, shoulders squaring up like she's flipping a switch from scared suburbanite to something sharper. Hungrier. She glances round, neighbors still snoring in their McMansions. No witnesses but the waking birds, and her voice drops low, edged. You were blocking the whole damn road. Alex, that ain't right. And I blink, confused as a calf at a new gate. Evelyn, this is the easement. I've loaded here 20 harvests running. You know that. But she's already backing up, theatrical steps toward Old Man Hargrove's ring cam across the fence. And before I can process, she's scooping up one of those fancy quartz border stones from the HOA's latest aesthetic upgrade, clean as a whistle. No dirt clinging, hefts it like she's sizing up a steak, turns to her busted grill, and swings, deliberate, crack, glass spiderwebbing. Then swing two, shatter, shards flying wild as she angles it just so, like she's scripting the damage for maximum drama. "Look what you did!" she shrieks, voice pitching up to that perfect hysterical keen, loud enough for any mic to catch. "You lunged at me. You crazy bastard, stay back." I'm frozen, mouth half open, brain screaming record this, but my phone's still snapping pics of the initial wreck, audio garbled under the wind and my own ragged breaths, and she's already dialing 911, one hand raking through her bob for that windswept victim look, the other pinching her arm hard. I see the red bloom later on tape, tears faucet on as she wails into the line. "Help, please. There's this man, he's threatening me with his tractor. Blocked the road on purpose. I barely tapped him and he went berserk, covered in filth, smells like booze even. Oh God, hurry." Lies tumbling out smooth as silk, her back to me, but eyes darting, checking her reflection in the Escalade's side mirror to nail the quiver just right. And I'm standing there, 15 feet off, dumbfounded, the absurdity hitting like a gut punch. Me, accused of boozing at dawn while slinging corn, would be laughable if it wasn't unraveling my whole damn life right there on that dew-slick road. Deputy Sarah Klein rolls up 10 minutes later, felt like 10 years, me pacing, Evelyn hyperventilating into her palms like a pro, and she separates us cool as county ice, notepad out. "Ma'am, walk me through it." And Evelyn's on her like white on rice, mascara tracks artful down her cheeks. "He threatened me when I honked about the blockage. Sarah, I know you. We play bunco," barely nudged his rig, and he grabs that rock, smashes my headlight, charges me yelling about the HOA ruining his precious farm. Klein turns to me, eyes neutral but probing. "Mr. Harlan?" And I stammer. She plowed into me, parked. "Sarah, check the skid marks I was just photographing for claims." But Evelyn cuts in sharp, tears vanishing like stage fog. "He's been spying on us all summer. That camera is illegal. Harassment 'cause I won't rubber stamp his noisy equipment." Klein bags the stone notes, it's pristine. No yard grit, snaps pics of the scatter. Lingers on the headlight's odd fracture lines. A flicker of doubt creasing her brow. But then the cuffs come out, cold steel biting my wrists. "Alex, hands behind your under for menacing." And it's like the world's tilting. Miranda writes blurring as she marches me to the cruiser. Evelyn filming the whole takedown on her iPhone. Voice steady now, triumphant. To the gawking neighbors trickling out in robes. Finally, someone's reigning in this menace. No more farm circus on our streets. Jail smells like bleach and broken dreams. That fluorescent hum drilling into your skull as you sit on the bench in your dust-caked Carhartts, replaying it all, how to bump turn to bars. Elias Grant, my lawyer since Lena's estate mess, shows by noon, squints at my phone's fuzzy audio wind-whipped snippets of Harvest and Sorry lost in the roar. "It's thin, Alex." Her team spinning your pics as premeditated intimidation, like you baited her. I lean forward, voice cracking. "Elias, she staged it. I saw the switch, from sorry to psycho in seconds." But he sighs, rubbing his temples. "We need more than your word against hers. She's got the sheriff on speed dial, plays golf with half the bench." Bails another gut kick. No families left after Lena. Folks scattered post-funeral when I wouldn't sell out to Evelyn's vision. But then Mia Keller bangs through the doors, my next-door neighbor, whose hubby Nate's pulling KP and Syria with the 101st. Envelope of deployment slush fund in hand. "We got you." Alex whole platoon chipped in. "Heard from Nate you're solid. Not some hothead." Her eyes fierce, that spouse steel forged in waiting. And as the bondsman stamps me free that evening, sun dipping bloody over the fields, I hug her quick, whispering, "Owe you the harvest," knowing that cash was for emergencies like Nate's R&R, not bailing a dirt farmer from a frame job. Back home, the rig's impounded, orange sticker screaming like a fresh wound, corn still trickling lazy from the bucket, a whole day lost, moisture creeping to 15%, every tick $1 hemorrhaging, and Mia brews coffee strong as regret, sits me down. Spill it all, from the hit to the hysterics, and as I do, the weight settles deeper, that hollow ache where Lena used to lean on the counter listening, her laugh cutting the tension. Evelyn's grudge? It simmered since Lena's wake, when she cornered me slurring sweet nothings about preserving her legacy by developing the acres Lena hated sprawl, planted every tree row herself, but I told Evelyn flat, "This stays corn till I can't swing the sickle." And her smile curdled, eyes promising payback. Now it's here, weaponized, her twisting a whoops into warfare, 'cause I won't feed her empire. HOA meets that night without me. Of course, emergency vote banning, surveillance-equipped AG machinery, on easements, her pearl-clutching spin on safety first, and by morning, my inbox is a war zone. Posts branding me the creepy snoop, license plate doxed, calls coming heavy breather anonymous, chest tightening, each ring like sandbag stacking. But here's where the tide whispers back. Day 3, October 18th. I find a manila envelope jammed in the mailbox. No stamp, local postmark, inside typed minutes from their September board huddle, yellow highlights screaming. Harlan Equipment Audit Probe for Cam's pre-harvest kickoff. She knew, plotted the pinch point when I'd be chained to that road, most exposed, and the margin scrawl M- crisp, HOA dotted like Morse smells of Victor Lang. Her Veep 3 years running, always fidgety in her shadow, voting her line, but with that hangdog glance. Victor lost his own spread to eminent domain back in '08, fought the county tooth and nail, so maybe this is his quiet rebellion, feeding me crumbs to choke her swan. I tuck it away, heart thumping uneven. Then day 5, Elias texts frantic. Dash cam you mounted it post her poke around, right? And it hits like lightning on dry stubble in the cuff chaos. The money panic. I'd blanked it clean. That little black box humming silent witness above the wheel. I bolt to the shed where they towed the rig, boots skidding dew, chickens scattering indignant. And there it is, SD card snug, untouched by impound yokel's hands shake pulling it. Nearly fumble the slot. Laptop wheezing ancient as I jam at home. File blooming. October 15th, 6:32 a.m. Me in frame. Auger song faint. Corn revering golden. Then mirror flash Escalade ballooning. No brake glow. Impact lurching the lens, but battery backup kicks seamless. I hit play, breath held, and it's all there. HD heresy. Evelyn tumbling out, genuine wobble. Alex, Jesus, you okay? My fault, sun-blinded. Voice warble real, me nodding dazed. Yeah, let's document. Phone up then her scan. Eyes locking dash cam lens at 6 hours, 49 minutes and 15 seconds. Narrowing like a hawk spotting field mouse. And the flip face hardening. You blocked it deliberate. Stepping calculated to ring range. Stone snatch at 38. Heft. Swing crack on grill. Shards arcing scripted. What have you done? Shriek timed for audio pickup. Then 911 ballet. Back half turned, but mirror catching the arm pinch. Hair tousle. Tears. Priming as she feeds dispatch my dirt-caked rage. Every beat premeditated poetry. 2 minutes 37 of her birthing the big lie. GPS pinning it to the inch. I watch thrice. Gut churning awe and ice. This ain't just proof. It's her undoing scripted in pixels. Copy it frantic to cloud. Do de-encrypted from my vet days. Original sealed like contraband. And ring Elias. Get here now. He barrels in an hour. Envelope transfer logged solemn as a will. This flips the board, Alex, but play smart. Let her dig her hole deeper. We ship at State Forensics. Dodging local badges. Evelyn golfs with the chief. Tuesday's rush fee $5,000. But Mia's network ignites. Texts pinging from Sirius Sand to Fort Bragg fog. Semper Fi. Harlan got your $6 bundling till we're covered. That brotherhood thicker than the bullshit she'd slung. Those 5 days to court. Torture sublime. Her Facebook feed a victim's symphony. Trapped in fear by that tractor terrorist. Interviews teary on local news. Neighbors I'd waved to for years now aisle dodging at the co-op. But I bite tongue. Let the rope spool. Her posts slipping ranting wireless spy cams. When mine's dumb SD only. Bad intel from her September spy. Victor maybe tipping crooked. October 23rd. Another drop USB in a baggie. Sticky note scrawl. Ledgers 21 to 24. Spreadsheets blooming embezzle gold. Her sis-in-laws, Green Horizon Landscaping, slurping 28K sans bids, receipts ghosted, board stamps forged. Victor's sig on half, complicit but cracking. Court dawns October 25th, gallery jammed like a county fair hog barn. Evelyn front row regal in navy linen, me in fresh flannel smelling faintly of bailhouse regret. Judge Harlan no kin, thank Christ. But her old Delta Gamma pledge sis from Purdue, Evelyn's college warhorse. Her attorney's a silk sock shark. Your Honor, Harlan stalked my client months, that accident a setup for assault. Pushing 400-foot no-fly over my fields, which barn me permanent. Corn molding at 17%, while penalties claw 4K daily. Banknote 32K November, first leering like a repo man. Evelyn testifies tear duct on demand. 11 nights terrorized. Can't garden without glancing for his lens. He's unraveling since Lena, lashing out at Progress. Witnesses cueing her saintly bake sales. Watch patrols Judge Harlan nodding sympathetic. Gavel hovering like Mercy's edge. Elias squeezes my knee. Breathe. Plays the phone garble static soup proving zilch, but my tech tendencies shark sneers. Trauma babble from a cornered client. And Harlan peers over specs. Visuals counselor? Elias pauses dramatic. Doors creak. State Tech Lieutenant Harlan irony. Huh? Lugs laptop and box like Excalibur's sheath. Authenticated dash footage. Chain ironclad. And the screen ignites. Courtroom hushing as Evelyn's mask molts live. Impact jar. Her stumble reel. Apology authentic. Then lens spot chill at. 15. Stone lift. 38. Swings choreographed. 911 soliloquy pin timestamp to tower ping. No edits. Hash pure. Gasps ripple as her help. Echoes raw. Arm pinch blooming red. Gallery murmuring son of a. Evelyn's face drains. Pearls clutched involuntary. Sharks sputtering, deep fake. But Lieutenant Harlan dissects frame by pixel. Collision vector screams accelerator, not brake. Stone prints solo hers. Clean quartz fresh laid October 10th. Sarah Klein strides and then. Report fresh. Black box dump. Full throttle. Zero pedal contradicts her tap. Tail stem to stern. And it's domino deluge. Evelyn's sorority nod fracturing Harlan's poise. Eyes darting like cornered fox. Then Victor rises gallery rear, envelope trembling. Your Honor, pertinent docs. Voice gravelquake memo her script. Evelyn's loops. Audit Harlan cams October 12th. Neutralize pre-confront. Dated pre-crash. Her blackmail hook on his closet affair with the bookkeeper. Pics he'd buried. Her leveraging for every crooked vote. Every farmer nudge toward her bro-in-law's bulldozers. She ordered the frame. Victor chokes. Plant baggies in his toolbox post-bust, a non-tip for dope beef I balked. After what she did to old Walt Grayson, staged his pivot dent, rotted his soy, snatched 180 acres for half market. Evelyn lunges. Traitor. After I shielded your filth, slap cracking loud as judgment, bailiffs swarming as she spits. I built this haven you owe me. Mask shattered, villain bared in heels and hysteria. Harlan's gavel cracks like thunder. Recusal immediate conflict crystal. Case vaults to Judge Ellis from Over County. No frills noble type. Order vacated. Harlan Farms free Thorpe. No contact. Deputies convene prosecutor now. Chaos blooms my backers whooping restrained. Evelyn's clique crumbling silent. Her dragged arm in arm by shark whispering bail hikes. And as I stumble out sun-dazed, Mia grabs me fierce. We did it Nate's buzzing from base. Says charge that hill. Harvest blitz hits like redemption rain October 26th dawn. Rigs rolling borrowed from kin I barely recall. Vets in faded OD greens humping bins. Farmers I'd stiffed on hellos last spring slinging sacks. Moisture 19%, but we grind 18-hour shifts. Headlights carving night. Mia's spreadsheets juggling shifts like a quartermaster. That Syria fund topped off for fuel and fixes. By Halloween, bins brim scarred at 21%. 42K docked, but standing, not snapped, elevator boss clapping my shoulder. Tough as Harlan soil. Kid buyers'll take the hit. Victor's box drops October 29th. Kitchen table sagging under ledgers and logs. His confession spilling soft. She nabbed my slips 3 falls back. PI snaps at the Pines Motel wifed gut me. Girls shatter, so I rubbered her scams. Greenscape ghosts. Accident plants on Walt. Then the Keller's North Patch. Soy soured to force sale. Her cut 12K veiled admin. Patterns peel ugly. 5 farms felled same script. Harvest hammered. Insurance windfalls funneled dev ward. Her bro-in-law's prairie. Ridge swallowing 650 acres generational. Families fleeing to Arkansas rentals at 60. Your bump was blueprint. Victor rasps. Diary page I swiped pre-raid. Harlan load October 16th to 21st. Easement trap Bennett ploy redux. Claim primed. Her scrawl smug, plotting my pinch like chess, and I feel it then. Not just rage, but that deep soil sad for the ghosts she'd ghosted. Lena's trees now edging condos that'd never root. Evelyn's Hail Mary flops November 2nd emergency HOA powwow. Her pitching $180 defense levy per yard. Solidarity against smears. But the hall erupts. Walt rising creaky. You soured my beans, stole my daddy's dirt for your niece's McHouses, now fleece us for your fix. Mia stands firebrand. Nate's dodging mortars overseas, so you can mortar our vet neighbor? Hell no. And as shouts crest, Evelyn yanks the breaker light's gutter. Darkness swallowing dissent, but phones glow revolt. Votes tallied ad hoc. 52 I to oust. Her throne topples in whispers and whoops. November 5th, courthouse lot showdown seals it. Victor exiting statement. Her heels stalking. After my cover on your whore trips? I own this podunk you. The deeds all. Slap echoes off cruisers. Her snarl feral. Ungrateful worm. Cams rolling impartial as fate. Cuffs clicking her wrists fresh. Adding battery to the felony feast. False reports. Fraud rings. Tamper tallies. 9 counts stacking 2 to 5s. Cascade carves clean raids on bro-in-law's books. Net 65K skimmed. Rico whispers federal when sales snake interstate. Prior patsies parading. Walt's break fluid sugar. Keller's pivot nudge with tampered tape. Each yarn unraveling her web. Community curdles, then coalesces her diehards, ghosting feeds with always suspected spin. But the split scars heal in hash brown huddles at the diner. Vets swapping war tales with pitchfork vets. My story seeding field watch, groups statewide. Dash cams de rigueur for row crop rigs. I turned down her March plea pitch full payback. 110K to victims in vault. Public mea culpa sans bars. Elias urging pragmatic. Farms fragile. Alex, take the win. But ghosts murmur no. Walt's eyes hollow at the elevator counter where he tallies my loads now. Keller's scraping in Tulsa twilight years, so I push trial. Principal over pennies. Mia nodding from the gallery. Lena'd say fight the fox in the henhouse. Jury swells farmers and flat tops. Her pub def sweating strikes on every AG patch and airborne ink. But May 15th, day 2 picks, she folds whisper loud. Deal it. Mike's catching the crack. Prosecution's bite. For years Ironwood. 6 probation. 140K clawback. HOA exile eternal. Sentencing July swelters the bench. Gallery packed Carhartts and campaign caps. Walt first. Voice gravel grind. Ain't just acres she stole, it's the sweat of boys who broke sod when this was wild. Kids who'll never know the call of a crow in the cut. Keller's beam in via Zoom. Crinkled but unbowed. 63, starting from seed in strange dirt, cause her progress, prized pavement over people. Mine's short, throat tight. Wanted one clean cut, is all got a crash course in how greed gears up like a grudge. But y'all the rigs at dawn. The bucks from the desert showed me soil's stronger shared. Judge Ellis gavels grim. Orchestrated empire of deceit. Diary damning your own damnation force served. No mercy for the methodical. She shuffles out chains clinking. Face flint flat. No tears left to fake. Her niece's Prairie Ridge crumbles August. Leans locking lots half poured. Walt's 160 reclaimed by state AG fund. Seeded soy come spring my testimony there. Grease monkey simple to suits in DC. Ties, sparking the Farmstead Shield Act. September Inc. No HOA choke on crop cycles. Vid-proof mandatory for beefs. My switch from neighbor to nightmare, quoted floor-wide. October rolls golden again. 1 year post-plow. My cab humming upgraded cams 4K quad view. Cloud sync every 10 moisture 13.8%. Kid from down the lane. Tommy Hargrove, clambering up. Mr. Alex, show me the big green beast. And I point the lens first. This? Insurance. Bud truth's the best crop. Weeds out the weeds. Mia's Nate waves from the fence row. Home hole. Slinging supper fixings. Their laugh carrying on the breeze as the header hums rose ripe. Looking back, Evelyn didn't just dent my loader, she unearthed the marrow in me. That quiet fury for Lena's legacy. The land she'd hummed to pregnant with our ghosts. Funny how a villain's vanity unmasks a village's vain. Some flee the fray, others forge it finer. And me? I learned cameras catch more than collisions. They capture comebacks, the way a community's calluses knit when the bully bares teeth. But here's the rub that keeps me up some nights. Combine idling under stars. Was it justice? Or just jaws snapping back? Evelyn Rott's relevant still. Her letters smuggled via Elias. They framed me. Alex, progress's price. No sorry in the scrawl. Just sour grapes from the gray bar suite. Parole push come February. Victims queuing to testify, not yet. Part of me cheers the cage. Part wonders if weed subdivided peaceful. Sans her spite greed's a seed. Sure, but so's grudge. And who plants what when the soil's shared? Y'all tell me in the comments, ever watched a wrong unspool right? Or does the wind always whisper what if? Hit like if this harvest hit home. Share your dirt dish on bullies in the backyard. And subscribe for more tales from the trench, causing Willow Creek. The rows keep rolling, cameras or not.